Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Kind of odd feeling. Myself, Anthony from Arms Scholar, and Braden from Langley Outdoors Academy, we were lucky to be interviewed by Newsmax at the NRA show in Houston, and they just showed it live. Well, that wasn't live, but they showed it on their 5 o'clock show with Chris Salcedo, and we had the top billing. We had the first spot. I'm gonna pump it in right here and let me know what you think, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to do more with them.
It's 5 o'clock in the east. It's 2 p.m. in the west, except in Hawaii. Welcome to the Chris Salcedo Show on Newsmax. It's Memorial Day. Our tribute to those who gave the full measure of devotion to our freedoms comes toward the end of this hour. But first, as you know, I and Grant Stinchfield attended a celebration of freedom in the NRA convention in Houston. We interviewed a lot of interesting people. When it comes to posting media online, there are several YouTube channels that have been created to help Americans better understand the bills being voted on Capitol Hill. And unlike the basket of biased press, these folks tell the complete and honest truth. I spoke to 3 individuals at the NRA convention who are doing their best to defeat fake news.
So essentially what we do is we dive into what's going on behind the scenes, because you kind of alluded to it. Sometimes you don't get the full message across the board. What we will do on our own little ways, and we'll kind of allude to that in a second, but we break down the bills that we're going through. We make all the infringements, the pro 2A, anti 2A stuff. We break that down. We show you what's going on with the people involved, the players, likelihoods, not likelihoods, where it's going to land. And we kind of do some analysis a little bit deeper. That's pro 2A. So that's kind of what we do in a nutshell.
Okay, so it's legislation. They keep an eye on what's going on in your government, which again, ABC, NBC, CBS, the others don't do that. You're the one everybody wants to avoid. You're legal.
Yeah, I'm in the legal world. I'm an attorney, so not everybody likes me, but I'm a good attorney. I'm pro 2A, and I came to this private practice, was picked up by a national 2A organization, and I just dig deep into all the legal stuff that's going on, all the lawsuits, both for and against the Second Amendment, and I just try to give everybody the legal sparks notes so they actually know what's going on with these lawsuits, because a lot of these lawsuits are just so convoluted and it's hard for people to understand.
Folks, He's a good attorney. The left-wing attorneys, they are the bad attorneys. He is a conservative attorney. That's a good attorney. Give us an example of some of the legislation that didn't get the fair treatment or the accurate treatment in the news that you guys outed.
Sure. So I live behind enemy lines in Massachusetts, and one of our state is a testing area. Sure. What happens in Mass will spread everywhere else if people aren't aware. We've had assault weapon bans before most states. We were one of the first states to adopt a red flag law where people lose their rights easily and without due process. And that's what we try to do, is to make everybody aware what happens here will happen to your place if you don't at least have an awareness and know what to do or who to contact or how to get a hold of your representatives.
Okay. So now, yesterday on Newsmax, it was Eric Bowling, it was Grant Stinchfield and me, your liberty-loving Latino, talking about Mitch McConnell and his recent, well, we're going to talk about gun control. So they dared me to do it. So Mitch McConnell signaled that he was willing to do gun control here in the United States. I did ask the question, Mitch, to be fair, I did ask the question if this was strategic, if he knew he didn't have the votes to get it through and he was just doing to get the left-wing dogs off his back. What's your take?
Well, so the interesting thing about this is nothing has changed where we were before anything happened or after anything happened, right? So nothing's changed. The math's the exact same. They still have to get to 60, right? They have to get to 60 to go over that filibuster. So when you look at the things that are going on, the pressure you alluded to from both sides, right? It makes sense. Obviously, none of us can speak to what someone is in someone's mind, but it would make sense that you would initiate a conversation as a starting point. Whether it goes somewhere or doesn't go anywhere, it would make sense to the next step to at least start that conversation and say, hey, we started that conversation. Where it goes from here, we'll see. And in my opinion, you guys can chime in, but it seems political off the bat.
See, legally speaking, let's just say for argument's sake that you get individuals who are not very conservative calling themselves Republicans, teaming up with the socialists, who would say, yeah, let's do that gun control. There's a little itty-bitty thing called the Constitution when somebody like you might have something to say about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of and we see this, the second this recent incident happened, became political, and we saw them trying to push for national stuff. We've seen it even at a state level, like New York introducing body armor bans that they've already tried to pass multiple times and has failed. And one, they don't even have the political numbers sometimes to do that, even in some of these very left-leaning socialist states. I'm from California, and a lot of this stuff gets passed anyways. But even when it does, we see like the Ninth Circuit in California saying your 18 to 20-year-old ban is absolutely unconstitutional. The militia was started with 18 to 20-year-olds. They absolutely have a right to their Second Amendment rights. So yeah, from a legal perspective, they're going to try to throw everything at the wall, and they're just hoping that the new Supreme Court decision that's going to be coming soon doesn't just obliterate a lot of the stuff that they've been doing.
So when I, as a liberty-loving Latino conservative, lost my mind over Mitch McConnell, did I jump? Bad pun. Did I jump the gun on it?
No, we kind of knew it was coming. This is typical of politics. Anytime there's a major incident that includes a firearm, they want to ban everything. They want to fundamentally change the country and the founding so that it can help them with their agenda. The big thing is that you cannot legislate the evil that are in people's hearts or mind. There's not a law you can create that's either on the books or future going to be passed that can stop anything that's happened as far as when a criminal is involved, because criminals don't follow the law. It's part of the definition of the word criminal. You just can't do it. But politics is politics, and they can get people going off of their emotions and get them to vote the way they want to help the agenda.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
All right, guys, let me know what you think. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe, because that's what the Second Amendment is for, no matter what Joe Biden says. Take care.